As we try to process the events of last weekend, there are many feelings, from fear to anger to just trying to find an explanation for the hate. I'm joined now by Christy with Be Nice and Elizza LeJeune, a licensed social worker at Pine Rest. So as we look forward, how can we process this? So much is happening. And really you sit back and you think, my goodness, again. Right?
Yeah. Continued conversations. I mean, we were talking in the green room, and it is just all about making sure that we get the faults, the misunderstandings cleared up, and have good conversations with each other. And again, looking at the situation as a whole and making sure that we're talking about what exactly happened, and talking about feelings, feelings behind what's going on, and making sure that we have an understanding of there are a lot of feelings.
Yeah. Elizza, do you have advice?
Yeah, I think that it's an important time to talk about safety with their children heading back to school, as well as to have conversations, if need be, about what does it mean to feel safe in America right now, and as well as taking a step back to take care of yourselves. We know that we're bombarded by social media, and there are people who can replay tapes and videos on their cell phones. It's a bigger proportion that you can see these crimes, to really take a step back, because PTSD secondary is very much a thing that can happen.
One of the things that I was hearing a lot from people as we were talking about this is some didn't feel anything, and it concerned them that they felt nothing about this because it's becoming so common, whether it was their way of just reacting or dealing with it. So what do you do when you find yourself kind of going, I don't feel anything?
Well, I think that also we need to understand that at that moment we might not be feeling that way, but at some time it may be that we'll be feeling something. Yeah. When we go visit another Walmart, or when we go to the movie theater, or wherever incidents have been happening. And then also with all these school districts going for different opportunities to install different mechanisms to be safe, right? It's all in our face, so we can't say that we're just not feeling.
Right.
So let's be proactive, and let's continue to have conversations about noticing changes in people's behavior at the onset of when somebody might be wanting to do something like this.
Right.
And the warning signs are definitely out there. When somebody is getting to that point, we're hearing about this, and we need to be paying attention.
Right. As of yet, though, neither one of the shooters has been actually linked to having a mental illness that we know of. So do you feel like these particular instances are focusing on that and creating a stigma that maybe shouldn't be created at this moment?
Absolutely. I feel like the narrative that those who have mental illness commit these crimes is running rampant, which is, the statistics are that less than 3% of people with mental illness create these crimes, so there really isn't a factual basis for the statement. I think that it helps feed the fear that if someone is around having depression or anxiety, they might become violent, which terms have shown that people that do have these disorders are more likely to self-harm or commit suicide. So really having discussions with your children, or what are the signs to look out for in my friends in school or other kids in school who might be bullied or outcast? How do I have conversations with trusted social workers or therapists or the principal? How do we talk about safety? And then what are the measures if I know someone is making threats and they have said something? How do I come forward with this information?
Most important thing, you both said it, have the conversations. Don't be afraid of the difficult ones, because those are the ones that save lives.
And learn the warning signs.
Right.
Learn the warning signs.
For sure. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back.